Hello again, folks, and welcome to a new Let's Play, a short one at that. This might end up just being one video per game in the series, but this is Streets of Rage for the Sega Genesis. There's other versions of Streets of Rage, mind you, otherwise known as Bare Knuckle in Japan, but we're playing Streets of Rage. Anyways, so the fun thing about this game is it has some of the best music. Like, this entire series, I'm pretty sure, has some of the best music that is on the Genesis. Including I say including. When I think of music from the Sega Genesis era, I think pretty much of two titles that stand out the most to me. Rings of Power 1, or Rings of Power, because it is a fairly fun game despite its difficulty, and its music is really not that bad. It's really stuck in my brain. But more so is Streets of Rage 2. I didn't get Streets of Rage 1 until much later in my life, and Streets of Rage 3 I've actually never played, even on emulation. So here's the thing with this game. It can get hard. Bosses are kind of bullshit unless you know exactly how to beat them. And despite the fact that I've beaten this game basically 1 3/4 time at this point, once to test the game, half of the game realizing I muted my mic, and then another quarter of the game realizing I muted my mic. They're still bullshit half the time. So I'm going to point out a couple of things you can do legitimately within the game's cartridge in order to, make things a little bit easier for yourself. For starters, you can, you can press, what was it again? A, B, C, and start, I think I have that right, on controller 2 and go into options. That is not correct. A, B, C, start. On the controller 2, go to options. Maybe I just don't have it set up. Anyways, when you do that, you can increase your life count up to 9 within this menu and select the stage that you want to start the game on. Which you get 3 continues at the start of the game. So, say you wanted to do that, which would be left, BB, title screen or at that screen? Anyways, if you do left, BBB, CCC, start at the title screen, you will get extra continues. I don't know how many extra continues because I was just testing it right there, because the way that I am doing it makes it so as extra continues is a little bit pointless. And then the funnest thing is that, I think it's a lie, is that when you complete a stage and before the points start totaling up, if you just press start, when you, before the points start totaling up, you will just get an extra life. That only really seems to work half the time, and half the time it's only because I get the number of points that you need to get in order to just get a level up. But anyways, instead of all of that, I am going to just use an Infinite Lives Game Genie cheat. This will allow me to get through the bullshit that is the boss fights, because let me tell you, the boss fights are really heinous. Anyways, we have our 3 characters. This is a 2-player game, so one player can play as one of them and the other player can play as the other 2. We have Adam, really high power and jump, speed. Axel, good power and speed, jump. And Blaze, good jump and speed, but power. They're all viable characters except for Axel, and I will get into that reason later on in the game, because, well, I'm not going to play as Axel. In fact, I'm going to play as Adam. You might think that Axel might be the main character of at least this game, but he's not. He might be front and center all the damn time, but he's not. I mean, Adam comes first in all of the listings, so it's Adam. Oh yeah. This has got to be like 50 minutes worth of listening to this song. not gonna get sick of it. Now, as I said, this is an arcade-style game. Like, you got limited lives, limited continues. Which ain't bad. It's just that sometimes it can get a little bit aggravating when you get to the end of the game and it's like, oh, BT dubs, you're out of lives. On the final boss. It's pretty much in that genre of games that is made to eat your quarters, despite the fact that it's a home console game. And just how this game plays is so good. Not as good as the first Streets of Rage, but still. You can break shit, get items, healing, weapons. These redhead dudes are taken out in basically one combo. Let me move. Thank you. You have a timer, but this was during that era of video games where seconds are schmeckens. And they range anywhere between actually being like 2 seconds to 5 seconds. And this one, it seems like it's very much a, I think it's like 3 seconds in this one. Eat your apples, they're healthy. You can get suplexed, you can suplex, you can counterattack while people are trying to grapple you. If you press up while you're approaching an enemy, you can grapple them in order to do some pretty extensive damage. My favorite weapon in this game is the pipe and the bat. They have a really decent range. But if you drop an item thrice, it will disappear. Oh yeah, and they have dominatrixes in this game. They're not terrible to fight, it's just, you know, they're there. Pretty sure Bare Knuckle had different, like, a variation of them. Maybe less skin is hidden. Don't actually know. I mostly know the differences that came with Streets of Rage 2 coming out in the States. And it's boss time. You can tell because this is boss music. Let's use our special. Jump with C, punch with a B, and rocket people with A. And that is your special. Actually, if I'm lucky, maybe I can get it so as I don't actually let him attack whatsoever. Oh man, that was good though. Da-da-da. Aw, man. There is something evocative about this era in games and media where they're like, yeah, this is how we wish to portray this time. Where everyone was thinking, oh man, this era in video games, this is how the future is gonna be. Because everything had to be some sort of dystopian future or whatnot. Get over here. Oh god, come on. So this is what enemies will sometimes do if they're afraid of you. They won't get close enough to hit you. Despite the fact that they're supposed to get close enough to hit you. They're literally just trying to kill you by beating out the timer. Because that's what happens when you lose enough time, you just die. Let's see, was it forward? Yeah, it was forward, okay. Forward and punch will throw a dagger. Assuming not something is, or something's not close enough to you. Come here. Come here, yellow signal. I know you don't have a name in this game, but I know that your name in this one. There was just something about this era of video games and media in general where they portrayed the mean streets in this fashion. Where it seems like everything is dangerous, but I don't know. Some would say dangerous, I'd say kind of cozy. Music really does help though. Gonna let me go? So a fun thing, and I say fun thing, I mean terrible thing about this game, because it is one of those earlier beat-em-up games for the Genesis, it is a little unrefined, let's put it that way, to put it gently. I got this schmuck. Do I special? Nah, I'll try not to special this time. But yeah, enemies will hide off screen because they know that they cannot take any damage there in Streets of Rage 1. Other games will make it so as enemies will still take damage off screen. Nah, not Streets of Rage 1. It's to the point where it's basically a glitch. Oh god, that's right, this jerk. I don't think I'm going to beat him in only one life, but still. I want to get that off just so as I can, yeah. So there are certain enemies that you want to do certain tactics against. Some enemies it's legitimately best to just go kicking. This guy, not so much. He will hit you on a lower plane despite the fact that he's, you know, on a higher one. Usually I just prefer to die special again to kill him because he is annoying. You'll do this little fade thing any single time that you try to flying kick him. And if you get too close, he will just lash out sometimes. It's honestly best to try to get as close to them as possible to try to get a grapple. Like so. Yeah. Not missing anything when you watch the round clear stuff, by the way. It's just numbers going up. And now we're on the beach. I think this is when one of my most hated enemies starts appearing. Enemies? Boss? One of them. And you can tell an enemy is tougher based off of the color of clothing that they're wearing. Like these white clothed, like, judo dudes. Not terrible. Though the green dudes are much stronger than the blue vested, like, denim wearing dudes. I don't know, maybe they're wearing Kevlar. Get out of here. Ooh, apples. Come on. Thank you. Again, playing on normal, this would probably be twice as many deaths in this game than I kind of am estimating. What, I've died twice, but one of those was intentional because screw that last boss. And then some enemies are just going to be like these guys where they conga line to try to kick your ass. And of course, do the whole, hey, we're going to stay away from you like 5 goddamn feet. Ugh. The tactic I hate. Actually, another thing that I think is weird. You'll see that Adam has this combo where he uppercut punches someone and then like kicks him halfway across the screen. Sometimes even the red-headed blue vested dudes don't die during that. I think that's because they don't take damage when they fall off screen. I may be wrong. Might just be playing the game wrong. But regardless, it's annoying. Stop it. Oh, bust him. Who is it this time? It's the Ultimate Warrior. He's actually rather easy, if I'm gonna be honest. When he charges like that, that's when you're a little bit of a trouble. But the second he stops charging is the second that you can basically retaliate. And then you can just flying kick him to Tamara. Ugh. Basically no sell that attack. Attack? Moves? I don't know. Point is, on to round 4. Halfway through the game. Hehe. That's fun. Ooh, now they come in with black latex. Come in. Thank you. You go away too. Is it because they don't... Oh, okay, those guys are stronger than the previous goons that you just meet every 5 seconds. Really? Ugh. You can see what I mean by some of the annoyance of the off-screening there. Like, they will use that moment. They will use that time to simply go, eh. And decide, you know what? I don't want to die today. Oh my god. At least enemies in this aren't as bad when it comes to swarming from both sides, like in, say, Golden Axe. Like, legit. One of the reasons why I love Golden Axe's world. I love the enemies in it. Love the characters. I hate the combat in it. Because any singular time that I play it, it is just a battle of attrition because all the enemies will swarm around you. Yes, it's realistic. It's like a real fight. You know what though? I'm not playing video games for a realistic fight. Just saying. Want to be able to beat the enemy. You know what? That said, I think that's something that they do in later Streets of Rage games. Is they do the whole mob mentality of surrounding you and just beating the ever-loving piss out of you. Sir. Sirs. Wow. I barely ever see them do the sliding. This is like the one place I've seen them do the sliding intentionally. Oh well. Meat. God, such enemy variety as run at you with knife. Good times. Excuse me while I shank your friend. Oh, come on. Do find it silly that sometimes enemies will simply grab you just to throw you. Get over here. Oh, now you come in green vests. There we go. Ah, boss time. Wait, is this the one I remember it being? Shit! I hate this boss. This guy is the epitome of bullshit bosses. Or rather, I suppose it's more this is where the bosses become bullshit. Because this is what it does. You get too close, he will simply decide, you know what, I'm gonna breathe fire and run at you. And you gotta be in a particular position in order to hit him without getting hit yourself. Screw it. Special time. Because I hate this boss. Which is gonna make later levels a real pain in the ass. Look at this. You can flying kick them, but you gotta be in a particular position. Like, you gotta jump just right to avoid... I hate this boss. It's like you gotta jump in a very particular way to dodge him and his flames, turn immediately around, and then punch him a couple of times. It's kind of the worst. Just saying. But at that point, we're basically through half the game, and now we're on a ship. Don't fully understand why we're on a ship. But we're on a ship. Come on. God, these guys. You can see what I mean, though, by the enemies start getting worse. Those guys will move diagonally through you, allowing you very little opportunity to actually try to hit them. Oh, that was a level up. Or level up. Life up. And then Red Kung Fu Dude. Can you beat my boxer style? Ooh, a bat. Can you beat my bat style? A lot of you are jerks, aren't there? Oh, come on. I swear I've had to reset this game thrice because of my forgetting how to, recording my audio. Matter of fact, I literally just checked whether or not I'm still recording my mic. And I can't help but think every single time, am I just getting worse? Oh man, this is an interesting ploy when it comes to these gals. They will simply cry. And whether or not you think they're dead, they will then get back up, whip your ass. Literally. That's their move. They use whips. Oh, what's it? This screen. Oh god. Don't think it was this screen. Might be the next one. Oh, come. Really? Guy? I love when I'm like, man, this game doesn't do that mob mentality thing that they do in a lot of other games. Only to immediately decide that the mob mentality thing is going to happen. Actually, let's see if I can. Okay. Sometimes the best option is to get everything on the screen and then murder. Ah, pipe. This does leave me a little bit vulnerable, though, as our favorite wrestler dude does return. I mean, no joke, he is probably my favorite of the bosses, but he's also just stupid easy. There you go. Sometimes this game Likes to test my patience. Alright. Oh good. The other tests of my patience. Really wish I had to use that special. Every time you die, or you use the continue, you do get a special back, so, you could legitimately just, spam that. If you have enough lives, of course, to survive the rest of the game. Sir, you have a baseball bat. Swing it. I know I'm on easy difficulty, but if you got a weapon, use it. Bonk. Bonk. No, bonk. There we go. Bonk. Really? I hate how he immediately gets unflinched the second he starts juggling again. He just made a death noise. And then he didn't die. And I can't get my bat. That's great. Because this character is 2. And this is pretty much why I suggest that you play as either Adam or, what's her face? Blaze. Because Axel does not have the kick capacity to hit some enemies through their attack. Might be why his jump is set to B. So these characters, they're annoying. They will instantaneously decide to throw you if you get too close. If you're playing as Axel, your kick is too short, so they will simply move. They will kick through your kick with priority. And if you decide to go just purely based on ground battles, you basically have to just be exactly out of range in order to hit them. That's why the best tactic seems to be simply jumping. Sometimes. It works a majority of the time. Let's be honest. Jerks. And yes, they will constantly move just like so. Purely to be unable to get hit. To your kicking of bazooka. Thank you. Not fond of some of these bosses. That one might actually be one of the worst. No, nah. Because you can still feasibly beat them when you're at a special. It's the, so far it's the charging fat dude and the big guy with the claws. Kind of the worst to me so far. Ah, now these guys come in red. And back to blue. And no, I have no clue why the hell we're now in some sort of warehouse. Ma'am, please. I'm just trying to get from point A to point B. That might be one of the reasons why you want to grapple them. Just so as they don't, you know, suddenly flinch and go, ah! And then you're there for like 5 more minutes waiting for them to get back up. Also, this thing exists now. What's this do? That. Get too close, it will simply activate. It will smash enemies at the same time. Oh. Okay. But, it will not slay the enemies at the same time half the time, it seems like. That whole health bar situation. Screw it. Glorious. You done? There you go. Alright. A Bobo makes his return. Can I say that this guy reminds me of a Bobo? Because he reminds me of a Bobo from Double Dragon. The games, not the movie. At least his face does. Like, look at his face. Well, look at his face after I've blown it up. Oh, God, I hate this guy. Oh yeah, fun thing, if you try to throw him, he will flatten you. Like, I think that's a nice touch. Like, you try to lift him up and flip him over your head, he will be too heavy and you will just get flattened. Not like this. My pinky toe was in there, but alright. I swear, those things are impossible to dodge half the time. Their hitbox is ludicrous, is what I'm saying. Really? On a conveyor belt? Gotta love sometimes when your character just prioritizes trying to pick up a thing as opposed to, you know, punching someone. That was easy. There we go. Nothing there, but some pepper spray. And yeah, of course it doesn't hit her, but alright. Oh, come on. Dude, you frickin'... Hey, that time it actually killed something other than me. God. Hate having to try to fight around these kind of barrier things. Thank you. Yeah, I forgot about that nice touch. Pipe. Come on. Activate already, Jeebus. Again, one of the worst things about this level is simply these things. Come on. Are you the last of them? Of course not. Why wouldn't you be? I'm in a I feel like I'm gonna die situation, so I'm just gonna... Again, don't want to waste the specials. Sure. Heck you. Please say I can now progress, game. Thank you. And now... there's multiples. They're not so bad when you don't have enemies on the screen to deal with. Sir. stop hiding off screen. Let's see, what's the... What you doing, game? Come on. Let me fight someone. Stop hiding off screen. I didn't mean to press that one. Oh well. Guess he dies tying his shoe. Oh, of course. And our boss this time? 2 of these jerks. So yeah, even if you manage to get one into a grapple, the other one will probably just beat you out of it. I like to think that their boss, Mr. X, which by the way, the big bad in this game is a dude named Mr. X because 90s, simply gets the dude out on parole, and he's got a legit twin brother. Like, twin in the most literal sense as one can twin. Alright, now that there's only one, it becomes a little bit easier. Hi, sir. Jerk. And yes, it did give me a life at 250k. Again, one of the worst bosses. I guess all the bosses are just terrible, honestly. Boomerang Dude and the Wrestler are pretty much the only ones that I can actually say that I enjoy fighting. On to round 7. Ah yes, the elevator level. Truly innovative. I don't know whether or not I have to get off at each floor, or if I'm just going to be beaten to a pulp on each floor. I wonder how the special works up here. Because, again, I'm on an elevator. Also, yes, you can throw them off the elevator. Freaking Indiana Jones style. No ticket. Or I suppose maybe kick them off as well? I would have to try kicking them off. Oh, alright. Yeah, how is this gonna work? So from down the street, they launch one. You know what? Respect that aim. Sirs. Okay, cannot kick them straight off. But still. The fact that I can theoretically kick or have them fly off via punching and flipping them, that's hilarious. Like that guy. Come on! Oh god, I'm a monster. Seriously, 3 of you? Stop that. Knock it off. Get a new job. Stop working for Mr. X. And now we wait. God, we're so high up now. We can see the top of some of the various places that exist. Buildings, those are the names of them. Oh, now I'm seriously wondering what the hell the explicit differences between the difficulties is. Like, aggression of the enemies? Being able to simply tank more, do more damage? Oh man, look at that skyline. That pixelated skyline. I dig graphics like these. Feel like I need to get Wallpaper Engine running again, just so as I can get a new background like this. Anyway, so I'm dying. How did I die to that guy in particular? I don't know. Cease. I suppose I should tell that to the guy that's literally stabbing me. Stop that. No! Okay. Was legitimately worried I was going to go off the edge there. Ah, top floor. And that was that round. Probably because the next round is complete and utter bullshit. Mr. Biggs Tower. Mr. Biggs? Ow. Mr. X. Don't mind me, just enjoying the music. Now you'll notice... Oh, excuse me, gotta rub my chin. Now you'll notice in the top there, despite the fact that we just entered this level, we have no special. That's because, yeah, we're not gonna get any help at this point. I mean, how would we? Besides dudes just, you know, bazooka-ing through the window. That'd be pretty cool, though. Just like from one of the other buildings, just see a growing red light and then just. Yeah, as you can see, one of the dangers in a big rich tower like this is apparently these little serving trays just running amok. Now you might also think to yourself, darn, this doesn't seem so bad so far. Well, let me introduce to you the fact that it's also essentially a boss rush. Anyway. No bosses right now. And again, it's on easy, so they're not as bad. And also infinite lives. But boss rush. Sir. I don't know if they are stronger versions of the previous bosses that we had fought. But, yeah. Cease existing. Stop it. Not even sure we get additional points for beating their butts. And yes, these guys also. All the enemies make their return here. I guess it could be worse. It could be the second game with their freaking jetmen. God, I hate those enemies. Just, I was about to say, slow and steady wins the race, and then I immediately get hit by a serving tray. I can't go back for that other pipe either. Yeah, okay. You can destroy those serving trays for stuff sometimes. I mean, that's assuming that you got the reflexes to deal with it. Do I seem like an individual that has reflexes anymore? Or in the first place? Oh hi, it's this jerk. But now he's wearing black. Jerk. They have such wide reach. Oh! I don't know why I always have such difficulty with these guys. Oh no, I know, because most of the bosses in this game are bullshit. Hey, I actually managed to kick one. And then I died. Okay. Okay. Maybe the trick is not to... Come on. I will never understand some of these bosses. That time I didn't even get a hit on the dude. There we go. You see why I decided on Infinite Lives? Because now we got more bosses down this way. Also, I love how outside it is legitimately just getting brighter as it turns to day. Minor detail, really. But it's really such a cool one. Come on. How many of you are there? Done? Good. Oh god. Hello, Ultimate Warrior. And there we go. This is how you deal with this boss. I love that boss. Let's see. Are they gonna come here this time? I missed terribly with that. Come on. Ah. Get over here. God damn, I hate some of these enemies. They're so tanky. That'd be one of the reasons why I've stopped playing a lot of beat-em-ups. River City Girls was when I really enjoyed playing with Link, but A, that was with Link, and B, that played more like the Kunio-kun games. Anyone familiar with those? Those are River City Ransom. Okay. I think I can just try to jump in place if I time it just right. Never mind. No, come over here and just die. Oh, I hate this boss. I hate him so. I do not like this boss, Sam-I-Am. I do not like this fat guy that spams. This is like fighting against that kid, like, I'm not saying I'm an expert at this game and the slightest, far from it, but this is like fighting that kid brother who does nothing in a video game besides spam one move, despite the fact that you played for hours on end. mastered the combos that are just being beaten by this one little brat that's doing nothing but spamming some charge attack. Sorry, ladies. I gotta date this Mr. X. Going through a terrible breakup with him, you see. You can do those. It's just a good chunk of the time it's not worth it. I swear, they put some of the enemies in this game just to lure you in for other enemies to hit you. Case in point, that gal with the whip and these guys. God, I miss having specials. Please just get off my screen. I think those are the last two, which is a terrible thing because... Yep. Look who makes their return. Quite literally, all I can do is just jumping attack at them. Damn it. I have seen someone playing this. Someone that's apparently really good at it, and this fight will still take them like 10 minutes because of this bullshit. Video games, am I right? Yep. Peak penultimate bosses. Oh, come on. You can recover from being thrown by pressing up and jump. Are you kidding me? Ha! Well, I would do for a bazooka. You can kind of, sort of, almost hit them when they're just coming down off of their jumping. But again, that's assuming that you're not close enough to get suplexed or thrown. One down. See, that's what they'll do. If you just wait after the jump. Oh my god, I managed to punch one. Amazing. Hello, Mr. X. Well, you found your way here. Would you consider becoming my right-hand man? This is actually a cool mechanic that they applied in this game. If you're two-player, both of you can answer differently. If you do yes, then you get a relatively bad ending, I suppose. If you do no, and the other player does yes, you are forced to fight, and you will still get a bad ending. And for the sake of funnies and the ha-has, I'm gonna say yes first. You show a lot of potential. Here's your reward. You are tossed back 2 stages to the bottom of the factory. Obviously that's not gonna stand. I'm gonna have to punch it, big old dude. Right, now that we're back here, we're just gonna tell you no, old man. You really want to die, don't you? I'll be happy to oblige. Oh, you thought we were gonna fight him right away? No. Another gauntlet of enemies to deal with. At least he gives you a pipe, I guess. So many goons. So many goons. Oh, that was it? Oh, also he has a Tommy gun. Yeah. I mean, did you really expect much more of a dude named Mr. X? Come on, get off my screen. So that's one life. God, look how fast he runs, too. His whole strategy is basically run at you, hit him with the butt of his gun, 2 lives. Oh my god. Do these guys stop spawning anytime soon? I'd like to fight Mr. X soon, please. 3 lives. Nearly at a point where I can... okay. Where I'm gonna do damage to his health bar. There we go. He has a health bar now. God, where's my machine gun? My Tommy gun. There we go. I mean, it's a shame that happened off screen. But there was no other way I was going to get around that. Players left bonus. What a... Yep. Ah. And then the... putting in your name. Oh, dar. There we go. And that was Streets of Rage 1 for the Sega Genesis. Oh, gotta tell ya, it's fun coming back to something relatively in my childhood sometimes. Like, when I say childhood in this case, I mean childhood. Like, I hadn't even broken the age of 10. It wasn't my Sega Genesis, it was my eldest brother's Sega Genesis. And yeah, while this was Streets of Rage 1 and I have more history with Streets of Rage 2, it's still one of those games that, you know, evokes Streets of Rage 2. And that's mostly because of the music, let's be honest. I think it's the same composer between the 3 games. And it is such a blast. Here's the thing though. I decided to play this through emulation and Infinite Lives and all that fun stuff. But this is available on the Sega... what was it? Sega Mega Drive and Genesis Ultimate Collection or something like that. Which is available on Steam. And I think it's something like... once you get that, you can purchase this for like $1. Which, you know... that's a damn hell of a value for a game that you can enjoy like so. Again, balls as hard on any other difficulty, and I still would have ended up using at least 2 continues on easy mode. But, yeah. It was a damn good time. The peak of this game is clearly the music, though, and it only gets better in Streets of Rage 2. I don't know what RD means, but I'm gonna guess E is bad. Anyways, gonna go ahead and call a video here. When we return, we're gonna hop into the sequel and see how terribly I'll fare this time. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this and enjoyed this little series as much as I'm going to enjoy playing it. If you want to support the channel, consider liking, commenting, subscribing. All that stuff helps out the channel immensely. And if you want to assist the channel in a financial fashion, I do have a bevy of links down in the description below. Ko-fi, Patreon, and a Stream Elements. You can go through YouTube Super Chat if you want to. Every little bit helps, keeps a roof over my head, food in my belly, and hopefully we'll upgrade my PC sometime soon. Thank you everyone so very much for watching, and I hope to see you folks in the next video. Take care. Cheers.